We've had a strong magnitude 3.3 earthquake striking Charlestown, South Carolina coast today. Thousands reported feeling it. And you can see just above Florida there, that little red and yellow spot is magma under South Carolina. And most people don't believe that there's magma on the East Coast, but there is. There's even on the Great Lakes, that horseshoe-shaped thing that you see there. That's been there for about 1 billion years. That gray crack from west to east, and that black crack, the New Madrid seismic rift. And you can see that there is a lot of seismology going on. We're going to see the Canadian map as well. All along the St. Lawrence River are having earthquakes in that New Madrid seismic zone area. Let's take a look at the map so you can see thousands of people have reported feeling it on USGS. Please support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. Okay, this is our area of the earthquake. North Charlestown, South Carolina, and just above basically Florida, right there on the coast, as you can see. And this is the map of the Canadian earthquakes. I don't know, Seismo Berkeley does not unfortunately show any Canadian earthquakes, even though they show earthquakes in other countries, which is very unfortunate because you have a feeling that there's nothing going on in Canada, which is not the case. This is what's happening. Look at that. Look at this. This is the New Madrid seismic zone, that St. Lawrence River area, into Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, and then going down into what turns out to be the Mississippi, right there. That is the New Madrid seismic zone, okay? And this is the horseshoe-shaped magma. There's a lot of magma under there. That magma goes into these states right here, and then makes a western turn into Oklahoma, Kansas, Oklahoma, and that's magma underneath there. So this is magma underneath here as well from the map that we saw before. But over 3,000, about 2,745 people reported feeling it. Unfortunately, they don't have the shake maps, but what happens in this area is that you feel the earthquakes on the East Coast more than you feel them on the West Coast. Charlestown, South Carolina area, its surroundings devastated back in 1886 by a very large earthquake, magnitude 7.3. Aftershocks, some of them large enough to be damaging by themselves, continued for years. Prehistoric earthquakes of similar size to the 1886 shock occurred in coastal South Carolina at intervals of several centuries to several thousand years. In recent decades, smaller earthquakes that cause little or no damage have been felt roughly once a year in coastal South Carolina and a small part of adjacent Georgia. Earthquakes in the central and eastern U.S., although less frequent than the West, are typically felt over a much broader region. East of the Rockies, an earthquake can be felt over an area as much as 10 times larger than a similar magnitude earthquake in the West Coast. A magnitude 4 eastern U.S. earthquake typically can be felt at many places as far as 60 miles from where it occurred, and it infrequently causes damage near its source. A magnitude 5.5 eastern U.S. earthquake usually can be felt as far as 300 miles from where it occurred. Now, earthquakes everywhere occur on faults within bedrock, usually miles deep. Most bedrock beneath Charlestown area was assembled as continents collided to form a supercontinent about 500 to 300 million years ago, raising the Appalachian Mountains, and most of the rest of the bedrock formed when the supercontinent rifted apart 200 million years ago to form what are now the southeastern United States, the Atlantic Ocean, and Africa. So going back, let me see if I have the map here. This is our map. And remember that all rivers are also faults. Wherever you have a river, it's a low-lying, it's a fault. And we see a lot of rivers here as well. Let's go to the, oh, there's a lake, there's lakes there as well. And let's go to the aerial. Okay, you can see all these low-lying things. These are obviously fractures. And as we saw before, there's magma under here as well. And going to the coast, we can see, these here off Maine. Maine has 5 volcanoes, as we know. This is Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Maine around here. 30 seamounts. These are all volcanoes pointing towards this area right here. That's the St. Lawrence River that we saw before. All these earthquakes in Canada. St. Lawrence. Going back to the map. Okay. All the way up, even up to here. These are not small, 2.5, basically 2.5. And even here, what's this one? 4.5, okay? Okay, this is the area of the seamounts. We saw the volcano seamounts right here. Okay, so all of you here on the East Coast, please be very careful. We do have magma and we do have some activity. Thank you for your support, and I'll leave links below for you. Thank you.